Bitcoin is digital money that works without a bank. To understand it, picture a normal dollar bill on one side and a Bitcoin symbol on the other. The dollar needs a bank to move. Bitcoin moves on a network of computers instead. Let's start with a simple question. When you send money through a bank app, who actually moves it? The bank does. The bank checks your balance, subtracts the amount, and adds it to the receiver. The bank is the trusted middleman. Bitcoin removes the middleman. There is no central bank. Instead, thousands of computers around the world share one giant list of every transaction ever made. This shared list is called the blockchain. Think of the blockchain like a giant public notebook. Every page records new transactions. Once a page is full, it is sealed and added to the back of the notebook. Then a new page begins. The notebook grows forever, page after page. Each page in this notebook is called a block. A block is just a list of recent Bitcoin transactions bundled together. The blocks are linked in order, one after another. That chain of blocks is why we call it the blockchain. Now, how do you actually own Bitcoin? You have a wallet. A wallet is not a place that holds coins. It holds two keys. One is a public key, like your email address. The other is a private key, like your password. Your public key is what you share. People send Bitcoin to it. Your private key is what you must keep secret. It proves you own the Bitcoin at that address. Lose the private key, and you lose access forever. Let's see a transaction in action. Alice wants to send 1 Bitcoin to Bob. Alice uses her private key to sign the transaction. The signature proves the request really came from her. Then the signed transaction is broadcast to the network. When the transaction is broadcast, thousands of computers see it at almost the same time. These computers are called nodes. Each node checks the transaction. Does Alice really have 1 Bitcoin? Is the signature valid? If yes, the transaction is accepted into a waiting pool. The waiting pool is called the mempool. It holds all the recent transactions that have been verified but not yet written into the notebook. Many transactions sit here at once, waiting for their turn to be added to the next block. Now here's the clever part. Who decides which transactions get added next and in what order? The answer is miners. Miners are special computers that compete to bundle waiting transactions into a new block and add it to the chain. To win the right to add a block, a miner must solve a very hard math puzzle. The puzzle is so hard that the only way to solve it is by guessing trillions of times. Computers race to guess the answer first. This race is called proof of work, aka. The first miner to solve the puzzle announces the answer. Other nodes check it. The check is fast, even though the guessing was slow. If the answer is correct, the new block is accepted, and every node adds it to their copy of the blockchain. For all this work, the winning miner gets a reward. They receive brand new Bitcoin, created by the network itself. This is how new Bitcoin enters the world. It is not printed by a government. It is paid out, block by block, to miners. But the supply is not endless. Bitcoin has a hard limit written into its code. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. Every 4 years, the mining reward is cut in half. This event is called the halving. It slowly tightens the supply. Now you might wonder, why is this whole system safe? Why can't someone just change an old transaction? The answer is in how blocks are linked. Each block contains a fingerprint of the block before it. Change one block, and every block after it breaks. To rewrite history, an attacker would have to redo the proof of work for every single block after the one they changed, and they would have to do it faster than the entire honest network combined. With thousands of miners worldwide, this is practically impossible. Let's tie this back to Alice and Bob. After Alice's transaction is included in a block, and that block is added to the chain, Bob can see the Bitcoin in his wallet. Usually, people wait for a few more blocks on top, just to be extra sure. Sometimes transactions include a small fee. The fee is a tip to the miner. When the network is busy, fees go up because miners pick transactions that pay more first. When the network is quiet, fees are very small. Fees keep miners working even after rewards shrink. One important point: Bitcoin is not anonymous. Every transaction is public, forever. Anyone can look up an address and see its full history. What is hidden is the real name behind each address. So Bitcoin is more like pseudonymous than truly anonymous. What about the price? The price of Bitcoin moves based on supply and demand, just like anything else traded openly. When more people want to buy than sell, the price rises. When more people want to sell than buy, the price falls. There is no central authority setting it. People use Bitcoin in different ways. Some treat it like digital cash to send across borders. Some hold it for years, expecting the limited supply to push the price up. Some use it where local money is unstable. Each person chooses their own reason. Bitcoin is not perfect. The mining race uses a lot of electricity. Transactions can be slow when the network is busy. The price swings hard, up and down. And if you lose your private key, no one can help you recover your coins. Let's recap with a single picture. A person signs a transaction with their private key. Nodes verify it. Miners bundle it into a block. The block is chained to the one before it. The whole network shares the same notebook. No bank required. Mandandaso. And that is how Bitcoin actually works. A shared notebook kept by thousands of computers. Transactions signed by private keys. New blocks added by miners racing to solve puzzles. A fixed supply of 21 million. Money without a middleman, running every second all around the world.